just wanted to let people know, we're gathered here today at the Kapiʻolani Village Tenants Association block party. And for those who don't know, Kapiʻolani Village is an apartment just down the street where there's 19 two-story apartment buildings that are home or were home to 130 residents, some of who are with us today. And the Kobayashi Group, who owns the land, is developing a project there where they're evicting all the families and building so-called affordable housing. But I don't know, do you guys think it's going to be affordable? Yeah, it's probably not, right? So the tenants have been organizing and raising their voices for the last few weeks and speaking up at neighborhood board meetings and all that kind of stuff. But this is sort of a celebration of that and the community coming together around it. So really appreciate everyone out here. I'm now going to just hand it over to the tenants to let them share sort of what's been going on with them and their story.
Hi, I'm Donna. My husband's Alika. We moved into Kapiʻolani Village just about a year ago. We were in a condo in the Alawai, been there for a long time, and it was fine. And we moved out because the owner was living in California and decided they wanted to come back to Hawaii and move. We were fine with relocating. When we started our search, we just barely started, and looking online and being in a newer era of having to deal with what's going on out there, $50, $75 every application fee, non-refundable, whole new ball game for us to get used to. We went and looked at Kapiʻolani Village and drove down and saw that it looked like a nice, quiet, stable neighborhood. I applied there. At no point in time was there ever any indication from Cirrus Management, who's the property manager, that the owner of the land there was planning a big 43-story apartment condo building that they were going to sell, touting as affordable housing for a portion of it, but most of it is luxury living. There's going to be 1,600 spaces in the 13-floor parking garage. It is going to be a massive project. It's going to take about 2.5 years to build. And the 130 or so tenants that lived in this place had no idea. No, none. We rented it, and 5 months later for us, notice is put on our door that we can only stay till September of this year. So this leads us to the past few months where we've tried to get ourselves together and organize and see what we can do to protect our rights, to make sure that this doesn't happen in other neighborhoods. We've attended the neighborhood board meetings. We found that all 3 around this area said no to this project, and this new building is a monstrosity that even the building department comments came back, nope, not good. So we're continuing to fight to protect what remains of the tenants. Some have already moved. The property manager is now retaliating against us. That's why we're here. Not that we don't like the park. We were here before for a meeting, but we're kicked out of our own area there, the street, which they call a cul-de-sac. We can't sit down and talk to each other. We can't visit our neighbors. It's like living in a prison camp now. It's brought us to this point where we'll continue to find places to meet, and we'll go visit the city council members like we've been doing. And Wednesday is the city council meeting. We'll be there with as many people as we can gather. It's hard to do because it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. If any of you are interested and don't work during the day, we would appreciate the support. We'll be there to try to do what we can to get the word out, to try to make sure that we get taken care of, and also that this doesn't continue to happen to this island. Okay, thanks guys for coming out. We appreciate it.
My name's Amy. I'm also a resident at Kapiʻolani Village. I've been there for a year exactly, actually. Auntie Donna explained the whole situation very well, but I just wanted to say that, we're coming up pretty close now on when our due date is to move. It's September 30th for most of us, October for some others for inexplicable reasons. But one of the reasons I wanted to get involved with this organization and movement that's been happening is not only to make sure that the tenants myself included, but everybody else here was taken care of by this corporation that is standing to make a lot of money off of this project. But also because I love the area. The neighborhood, I think, is something very special. And I just have felt a wonderful sense of community in being here. And that's why I think everybody's out here tonight. This is a great example of that. And I think this kind of project is one of the first steps in this area making a big change. The neighborhood we're in and the specific little area we're in, we don't have a bunch of high-rises right there. It's a lot of walk-ups, it's a lot of small apartments, small houses. And I can't imagine that this will be the only time that this happens in this neighborhood. So, trying to bring awareness to everybody else, make sure that other people are protected, that this doesn't happen to other people. So, thank you everyone. It's really, really wonderful to have this lovely, lovely community.
My name is Monica. I have lived in my apartment for almost 8 years now. I love where I live. It's a great community. It's quiet. It's convenient. And it does feel like family. And I don't feel that that's going to feel the same way if it becomes a high rise. This comes at the worst risk of sounding narcissistic. I'm giving a very personal slant to this, because I think that one of the things that does need to be emphasized here is the personal story. And for me, this comes at one of the most horrible times in my life. I've just been diagnosed recently with a disability, and I'm trying to navigate that. Because of my disability, I lost a position that I held. I worked for the Senate, worked in the legislature, writing laws, writing bills, and I'm having to fight for that. I have just recently started working, and I'm making $20,000 less a year, and that is just not feasible in Hawaii, as I'm sure you're all aware. I can't afford to find a place that would equal where I am currently staying on the salary that I am on currently, and I actually had to delay having surgery because I have to move. And when you're recovering from brain surgery, you can't really pack and move. So I decided not to have surgery. And I don't feel as if our association, yes, they have given us things, financial assistance we've been promised, but I don't feel as if there really is an interest in truly helping us to relocate. And I feel that we're being displaced so that this area can become a playground for the rich. And I am not rich. This is heartbreaking. I'm heartbroken for my fellow tenants. I'm heartbroken for everyone that is out here devoting their time to providing support, because I do feel that we're being failed by the government because they are not representing the interest of the people that they represent. And I'm going to end it right there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your time. Be safe. Have a good night.
Regardless of what's going on, everyone's affected by the situation here in Hawaii and the rents going up. And that's what's being fought for here by the tenants and by the tenants union. And we appreciate everyone's support here, but it's going to take each and everyone's participation here to help change that situation. So if you're here and you're like, screw that shit, I want to change this, we have an action coming up this Wednesday at the city council meeting where we just need people as bodies to help support the tenants. And we're going to keep doing stuff, but none of it happens without you guys. So come out and help support this movement.
Through the workers' what shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Just force on earth, let the feeble strength of one, but the union makes us strong. For it's we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they trade, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. While we stand outcast and starving, the wonders we have made, but the union makes us strong. solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.